Hey guys, what's going on? Hermdo back with you. We got some conspiracies to check out. Hit that like and subscribe button and let's get going. What the hell? Why not? What are we waiting for? Let's do it. Okay, this is from TikTok. This says, "You cannot take this," from Maxwell Archives. Let's see what they're talking about here.
Wake up and find out has been around you all of your life. You just didn't see it. Example, Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John Kennedy was elected to Congress 1946. Abe Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John Kennedy was elected president.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between, or parallels with the Kennedy assassination, the Abraham Lincoln assassination. I guess Kennedy's chief of staff was named Lincoln, and Lincoln's chief of staff was named Kennedy, apparently. But there's a bunch of different theories about that, some of the eerie similarities and whatnot between the two. But this is definitely a hotly debated topic. A lot of people have brought this up over the years, just like some of the connections between Lincoln and Kennedy, two presidents who essentially changed the country, two very impactful politicians, definitely. But let's get more into this.
1960. The names Lincoln and Kennedy both contain 7 letters. Both presidents were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both of the president's wives lost children while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday in the head. President Lincoln's secretary was named Miss Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Miss Lincoln.
Right.
Both were assassinated by
I thought it was the chief of staff. That's my bad.
Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, in 1939. Both assassins were known by 3 names: John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald. Both names are comprised of 15 letters. President Lincoln was shot in a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car named Lincoln, made by Ford. John Wilkes Booth ran to a theater and was caught in a warehouse. Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before they could go to trial. And a week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. I don't want to listen to the Sky Shell's channel, but yeah, well, leave me your comments below. What do you think about this? The connection between Lincoln and Kennedy, kind of eerie, kind of freaky stuff, but it's definitely something, something to it. You know, I think there might be a connection there these presidential assassinations essentially changed the course of the country in a lot of ways. So, I mean, very impactful presidents, impactful deaths. You know, it's pretty wild thinking about this kind of stuff. Let's look at the comments. What do we got here? Book The Obscured Principles by Dorian Kane changed how I see the world. Not motivational fluff, real truth they don't want you to find. Ooh, spooky. And also this one, Lincoln's secretary's last name was Kennedy. She warned him not to go to the opera, and Kennedy's secretary's last name was Lincoln. He warned him not to go to the parade. So yeah, there's interesting stuff, kind of spooky stuff there, definitely. Okay, let's get to this one. This is from Ninjas Are Butterflies. These guys always have something good. Let's check this out.
I want to talk about Project Sunstreak because I thought it was fake until I went on the CIA.gov and found it, and I was like, what am I looking at? On December 5th, 1988, this one man was to find the Ark of the Covenant, and what he saw was bone chilling. And I have the document right here, directly from .gov. This is what he said about the Ark of the Covenant. Target is in a container and is decorated with seraphims. Target is located somewhere in the Middle East, as the language spoken by individuals seem to be Arabic. The target is hidden underground. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, and the resurrection.
What?
There is an aspect of...
Don't open that freaking thing. Is that actual biblical? They actually found the thing? I hear stories all the time about U.S. soldiers encountering Nephilim, and they have some angel or some heavenly being in a secret chamber in Hoover Dam that emanates all this power that could destroy a mortal man or something like that. But I hear these real encounters with angelic heavenly beings or heavenly objects, biblical objects all the time. There's some really freaky stuff. I mean, imagine finding the Ark of the Covenant. You know, that's pretty wild. Don't open the damn thing, though. Jesus.
spirituality, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we know. The target is protected by entities.
What?
This container cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors through the use of a power unknown to us. That is a CIA document.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, dude. Entities?
It's protected by entities.
You're saying that this person acquired this knowledge through using one of those, like basically like beaming of a visual?
Psychoenergetics is what it's called. Remote viewing, the ability to describe remote areas, ability to influence physical or biological systems via undefined physical mechanisms.
It's Stranger
That's
Things for real.
That's insane.
I hate that.
But these were actual programs the CIA was running. It's not like
For years.
they learned about it and they're just putting it in there for archive purposes. Like, they were doing this. They were the ones running it.
The conspiracy is that the CIA...
I mean, the CIA rabbit hole goes so far. There's all sorts of crazy stuff. We hear crazy stories all the time coming out about like clandestine operations, Antarctica, and all these secrets, MK Ultra, all this like CIA sponsored stuff, all this stuff going on like behind the scenes with the CIA. It goes so deep, and actually finding like biblical artifacts now. It's crazy. There's all sorts of stuff getting declassified nowadays. All sorts of wild stuff. I mean, yeah, some of it you're skeptical about, but I mean, for the most part, you know, that's some crazy shit. The Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia, not the Middle East. And Wavegate says he's pretty much talking about the black cube, and it's in a lot of religions. Saturn rules this mode. If you divided the cross into 6 segments, it can form into a 6-sided cube. Ooh, spooky stuff. All right, let's check this one out.
Okay, so my last video about the alien invasion is catching a little steam. Apparently, I'm not the only one spiraling. But here's the thing. This ain't just some TikTok fever dream. This object is real. It's called 31 Atlas. That's not a joke. That's the actual name. Now, scientists say it's just a comet, a chill little space rock.
Oh yeah, I heard about this celestial object flying towards Earth. I heard it's supposed to be like some kind of alien invasion vessel or something. It's supposed to hit this November. It's pretty freaky stuff. I don't know. It's like something to distract us from the Epstein files. I mean, they're going to start rolling aliens out of Area 51 or something pretty soon. Just be like, whatever keeps people's minds off this like evil elite like sex trafficking scheme that's been going on lately.
Taking a casual 130,000 mile per hour joyride through our system. But this thing is doing maneuvers that don't add up. They're calling it hyperbolic, unbound by our sun, moving so fast, it can't be from here. And guess what? It's set to pass behind the sun in late October, early November. Perfect timing for it to vanish from our view. Just long enough to get into formation. You ever seen something 15 miles wide play hide and seek in space? Bro, if that's not tactical, I don't know what is. Now, Avi Loeb, the Harvard guy who already said Oumuamua might have been a probe, he's raising eyebrows again, saying maybe 31 Atlas ain't natural. And I'm over here like, Harvard said it, not me. So no, I'm not saying it's an invasion. I'm just saying there's a massive interstellar object flying through our solar system, hiding behind the sun in November, possibly not a comet, and science can't explain how it moves. But yeah, let's just keep scrolling. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's all completely fine. Stay blessed, my friends. Okay.
All right, interesting stuff. Yeah, apparently there's some interesting object here. I'm not betting this is probably a big nothing burger, obviously. All this stuff always turns out to be like nothing. We've had so many close calls with comets and stuff like that. And when I say close call, it's like they pass within like 100 million miles of Earth or something, and people are kind of freaking out about this kind of stuff. But, you know, this kind of stuff happens all the time with these celestial objects and whatnot, and we always find something interesting. I wonder what they're not sharing with us if there's anything to this. It will attack USA, then Tom Cruise will save the world. 140,000 miles per hour, so it left the nearest solar system 22,000 years ago. Space is fake as fuck, and scientists make up bullshit. Nothing going to happen, bro. So it seems like people really aren't buying this, which is too bad because the Earth could be in peril, and these people are joking around on TikTok. Very sad to see. Okay, this one is an Area 51 official. This is an interview from 1999. Let's check it out.
Had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one. He said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. I said, can you expand upon that? He said, no, I can't. About a year later, we were talking about, again, activities at Groom Lake. And I asked him, I said, you know, can you really tell me what's happening out there? And he said, well, there's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025. But we have things in the Nevada desert that would make George Lucas envy.
That's some freaky stuff. I hear so much about Area 51, all the stuff they got going on down there. More stuff is being declassified. More of these objects, more of these UAPs or UFOs are being spotted. People are freaking out over it and wondering what the hell is actually going on. But it's high time Area 51 like revealed some of these secrets and stuff like that. And people are saying, like I said in the last video, I mean, are they going to start like telling secrets about Area 51 to distract from other scandals in politics? I don't know, but this is some freaky stuff, man. There's definitely a lot of weird stuff going on down there. But you hear stories all the time about like these tests and whatnot going on in Area 51. But let me know your thoughts down below. If you think Groom Lake is crazy, look up Portal in California. And Elusive says they've been saying this every year, so he's not buying it. This fella says Gramps worked there, never says anything about it, maybe because there's nothing to tell, or he's a great secret keeper, or he believes that the consequences, if any were given, are not to be taken lightly and isn't willing to see those consequences for himself or his family after he's gone. And Lauren says we shouldn't be scared of aliens. If they wanted to destroy us, they would already in the blink of an eye. So interesting discussion we got going on here. This is about archaeological finds. I think they mentioned Göbekli Tepe in here. I did a video about Göbekli Tepe a little while ago, but let's check this out.
There is such a thing as an ancient conspiracy theory. It's this.
Former fraud investigator Jimmy Corsetti, and now ancient site researcher.
You have the site of Göbekli Tepe, made up of sophisticated pillars, almost 7,000 years older than Stonehenge. We're talking about arguably the most mysterious ancient site because it's not supposed to exist. Earlier this summer, I'm like, let me revisit Göbekli Tepe and see what's new there. And I couldn't believe this. There's a gentleman who's an author and also leads tours, and he communicated with me that they're going to defer a full-scale excavation for, quote, future generations. And I'm like, wait a second. Are you serious? And so I started digging into this, and I couldn't believe what I found.
What would be an alternative explanation?
So, okay.
Interesting stuff, but these ancient archaeological sites around the world, what are they going to find in there? Who knows? I mean, these people, I swear to God, they're going to like stumble upon like someone's ancient living room or something, have like ancient alien technology in there. They're going to have like an ancient TV or like an ancient PlayStation or something in there. Something that like these residents of Göbekli Tepe were fucking around with 7,000 years ago. But you know, it's crazy stuff. It's really wild, the kind of stuff you find, all the stuff that's left behind by ancient civilizations. You know, you hear about this stuff all the time, all these mysteries, these buildings, these structures hold, these archaeological sites, like God knows the secrets behind them. But people are being really secretive about it. They're not telling us anything about this kind of stuff. It's like, what are they scared we're going to find? The world has stopped all archaeology findings. They don't want the truth to be found. They're deferring it because they can't afford to rewrite all the history/archaeology books. Göbekli Tepe was an advanced site, the kind of knowledge needed time to learn. So there must be other, perhaps older sites just like it. Wonder if anybody is looking. And Göbekli Tepe is in the WEF hands. So it's Klaus Schwab's territory. Wonder what he's going to do with it. Very interesting stuff. Okay, this one is about crazy 2025 prophecies and predictions.
Yo, I heard recently there's a lot of speculation there's going to be a really, really big tsunami. Because
there's some shit happening.
Yeah, because there's a prophet and she predicted so many things that happen.
Yeah,
I'll show you. Her name is Ryo Tsuki. So one of the things she predicted, and this was way back, she made all of these different prophecies and they all came true. One of them being one day there's gonna be a virus and there's gonna be a pandemic.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna go into quarantine. That fucking happened.
Yeah.
She said it's gonna disappear and come back though in 2030. So that's one of the prophecies she made.
Okay,
one of the
okay.
predictions.
Yeah.
But another one is she predicts in July of 2025. So this July coming up.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go to the Philippines, fam. I wanted to go to Japan this year.
That's in 3 months.
In July, yeah.
Yeah.
But this prediction is for July 2025. A huge tsunami is gonna hit Asia.
Really?
Well, it better hit the next couple days because it's July 29th right now, and so far we got nothing going on.
Specifically around Japan and Philippines area.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But the things that she predicted.
There's all sorts of other natural disasters happening. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, did she predict like the Texas floods too? I'm gonna kind of scratch my chin a little bit on this one. I don't know. This might be bullshit. Obviously, I think it is probably bullshit, but this is from a few months ago, so it's whatever. But this kind of stuff, you always got to wonder like what's actually going on. This person says these aren't predictions, just as person noticing that life happens in cycles. Everything that's happening now has already happened before in different time and place. People never realize this, but we all live in the same lives in some form or fashion. Whatever has happened to you has already happened to someone else. So that's kind of a more even-handed take on this kind of stuff, but worth considering. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching. If you have any interesting conspiracies you want me to check out, leave them in the comment section down below. Send me a link. Do whatever you got to do. I do want to check this kind of stuff out. But yeah, I really appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps you keep the channel going. That would be awesome. But that's all I got for you guys for right now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.